Did you know that an organized space saves you time? Today I'll give you a tour of my office space and I'll show you how I've organized all my supplies. Let's be honest, sometimes when you're a crafter, it's kind of a synonym to being a hoarder of materials. So, in order to keep hoarding or collecting my materials, let's go with collecting, I've tried my best to organize it as best as I can so that I can keep track of everything that I've purchased and I'm not double buying even though it's happened before. But yeah, here we are. I just hope this video can be useful to anyone who's watching or is being overwhelmed by my crafting materials, which I know I was when I started this whole process. So I hope it helps. This is the entrance to my office. As you can see, I have taken the door out. Here you can see a little overview of my space. I have my vinyl, my zipper pulls, my heat press. Almost everything that I need is in here. My machines aren't here, but I'll show you that later. This is my favorite spot in the office. I love seeing my vinyl, and being able to create a bag has been a lot easier now that I can see everything that I have at my disposal. I keep my zipper pulls and my zipper on top of this table in these containers. It has been life-changing, honestly, as a crafter, to be able to see everything at a glance like this. If I need a yellow zipper tape, I know exactly where it is and I can just put it right back as soon as I'm done with it. These little containers came with these dividers, but I ran out of the ones that they came with, so I made my own with cardboard. And it's not super pretty, but it works. I keep my hardware here as well, most of it. Yeah, it keeps everything organized, and because I ran out of space in the other ones, I started making space in the drawer unit that is under the table. And I buy a lot of hardware from New Moxie, and they send their hardware in these little tins. So sometimes when I buy a lot, they have big tins. So I use them to divide my hardware and to put it in these drawers for other uses too. I found this nifty little pin. It helps me when I'm having trouble with colors when I'm building a purse. Just thought I'd show you. Here is my closet, and in my closet I keep my filing cabinets. But apart from that, I also keep my interface, and I keep other things that are necessary, like mesh and other types of fabrics that I can't fit anywhere else. But in these filing cabinets is where I keep my fabric, and I decided to keep my fabric here because, well, I could file it and it's way easier to find it this way. And it also protects it from dust and the sun and the little grubby hands from my little girls. It's also way easier to see my fabric this way and keep it organized. Here I keep my webbing. I found these acrylic shelves and they hold up to like 10 yards of webbing. And again, I can see it all. I keep my printers in this little 3-tiered cart. Again, just ease of access. On this wall I have more pegboard, which I'll put more on that little corner to house more vinyl. Here's my heat press on top of another Alex unit. And next to my heat press I have my Glowforge. This is the ventilation unit. It has to vent through the window, so I just keep it on that. It has to go on the wall, just haven't done it yet. And here are my materials. I keep the wood on one side and the acrylic on another. I'll do a video on the Glowforge later. Here's my embroidery machine and a whole bunch of other embroidery supplies. As you can see, I try to keep everything kind of together in the same space, so whenever I need to find something, I have it right there. In the drawers, I have embroidery floss and other embroidery related things, and I also have a Glowforge drawer where I keep a mess of things that I need for the Glowforge. In these shelves I have other supplies and decorations that make me happy. These are the tables that house my pending projects. This is where my machines used to be, but now I had to move them outside of my crafting space. Other decorations, other vinyl. I used to keep my projects in these little baskets. Clearly, I have too many ideas and not enough time. Here's my personal fabric stash, and next to my fabric stash, I have my scraps that are kept in these little bins. They're out of control, but there they are. This is my cutting table, my cutting area in the office. Under this cutting table, I have a little drawer unit that keeps most of my shipping materials. This is where I keep my tape, my stickers, and all the other supplies that go into shipping. I also have this circle puncher. I use this circle puncher to create the little stickers that I use in my packaging. I have my logo sticker, and I also have a shipping sticker that I do myself with like this label paper. So I just print it out and then I just cut it out with that circle puncher that you saw before. In these storage units, I keep my embroidery thread and my just regular machine thread. In these little bins, I keep all my patterns. I try to keep it organized by pattern designer, but that has proven very difficult lately. This is where I keep my purse patterns, and on this end, I keep the clothing patterns. Here is where I keep my machines. I had to move my machines over to my living room because I take care of my 2 kiddos. There's my domestic machine, my industrial machine. The table for my industrial has a little drawer. That's where I keep my clips. That's where I keep my thread zapper. Here's my industrial. It's a Sailrite fabricator. And I also have a little magnet and other positive stickers and some funny stickers to keep me just going when the days are tough. Next to my machine, you'll find my stiletto. It just lives here because it's a very helpful tool. In this little drawer unit, I have my laptop. I have other supplies that I need at hand, like these amazing zipper rulers by Mormino. They're just amazing. They're very helpful tools. And I also have my binding. I have my scissors and my small ruler right there. I also have my turning tool, which makes it just easier with small spaces when it comes to turning fabric. My lighter for my webbing. Here I also keep some rivets for my labels. Here's where I keep my labels that I put into my bags. I really like putting these little message labels into my bags just to make people's day, or make them smile at least. And I got this little binder from the subscription for sewing blurbs. I'll put a link to that too, and it's amazing as well to keep it all organized. Here I keep my little puncher, and I keep all my other marking tools, like the vinyl marker, the air erasing marker, little glue sticks. I also keep the double-sided tape for when I have to install zippers and such, and keep vinyl together as well. I have my pinking shears here as well. And I also have a roll of black webbing on the back. I also keep my industrial thread here just for easy access. And this is my domestic. It's a Baby Lock Brilliant. It's how I started with everything sewing related. And here is a little skull with all my clips inside of it. Here's my rivet press. And this is one of the best investments that I've done. I bought this ruler and it has helped me so much when it comes to constructing everything. And I just don't have to measure every little measurement. Makes it easy. There you have it. I hope it gave you some ideas for your own space. Please subscribe for upcoming tutorials and videos. It really means a lot. If you have any questions, please leave a comment so I can help you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.